Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So for today I am going to be talking to you guys about Levi's torticollis and his I can't even say this word, to be honest with you, plagiocephaly. So pretty much what that is, it's flathead syndrome. So opening up about it on Instagram, I was kind of just like, I don't know, I should say something, because I mean, he's like, it's not the worst thing ever. Like, it's something that's totally fixable, something that I know he's gonna be fine, and he's gonna be fine. But I think the fact that he's my first child, and when you imagine yourself as a first-time mom, like, you just think everything's just gonna be perfect. Nothing's gonna be wrong with him. Like, everything's just gonna go as planned, I guess. So when we actually got the diagnosis, it was a little bit hard to hear, and it was a little bit I guess heart aching, I guess I should say. I don't know how to explain it. It was just something where I knew he was going to be fine and it wasn't anything like major to be concerned about, but I think it's just when you're a first-time mom and you hear these things about your child, it's heartbreaking a bit, because you just always want your baby to be okay and to be absolutely perfect, nothing wrong. I mean, Levi is perfect. He's the most perfect baby ever, but I guess this thing that's going on with him right now is just something that happens. Stuff happens. And so I kind of just told myself, you know what, I'm not even gonna say anything about it. He's fine, like, it's gonna get fixed. But then, I don't know, we started fasting at our church for 21 days, and I figured, you know what, like, I should just open up about it. Like, big deal. I mean, stuff happens. I'm sure other moms out there are going through stuff like this too, and I'm pretty sure they feel the same exact way. I mean, if I'm feeling this way, I'm pretty sure someone else feels the same exact way as I am. So I told myself, you know what, I'm just gonna throw it out there and put it on Instagram and talk about and say that Levi has torticollis. And he recently just got diagnosed with the flathead syndrome. So funny story actually, and I wanted to talk about it because this actually has been an issue that got brought to my attention since he was very, very young, and it was not from a doctor. So here I go. This is how it all started. So Levi probably was about like a month and a half when I had posted a photo of Levi on Instagram, and a mom on Instagram sent me a direct message, and she pretty much was all like, hey, you don't know me, I don't know you, but I'm starting to notice that a lot of your baby's pictures, he is facing the same direction. And she's like, and I'm not trying to come off rude, and she really didn't at all. And she's like, but I'm just trying to bring this awareness to you because my child had the condition torticollis and plagiocephaly, and it was not caught on until he was about 8 to 9 months. And I just wanted to let you know, to make you aware of it, because my son, because of that, of it being caught on so late on in his age, he now has, his head is not back perfect pretty much, or symmetrical. So so she's like, I just wanted to let you know, like, I'm not saying, for all I know, maybe his face is looking a different way and the pictures are deceiving. So I pretty much did not take it the wrong way at all. I mean, anybody wants to tell me something to help me out, like, I am appreciative of it. I am not going to take anything the wrong way at all, because I know moms are looking out for moms. And so I pretty much just want to thank you so much for that, like, and I'm so sorry that happened to your son. I don't remember who you were, it was just so long ago, but I mean, if you are watching this video, thank you, because you did bring awareness to it to me. Because after I talked to her, I did start looking at all of Levi's photos. I literally went through all through my camera roll. There was hundreds of pictures in there. I mean, he'd only been home for a month and a half, but I was taking a lot of pictures of him. So I did start realizing, like, you know what, she's right. A lot of the pictures that I am looking at, Levi is facing the same direction. Like, even when he sleeps, I'm starting to watch him and his head's always looking to the right. So so I told my husband, I'm like, you know what, like, someone told me something on Instagram, and I'm starting to kind of believe that it's true about him. And my Pandora just went off. Okay, so then And I'm starting to believe it's kind of true. So then I kind of just went online and started like researching torticollis, what it was. And pretty much a lot of the stuff that it was saying on there, like what it was, a diagnosis or how to check for torticollis, he was showing a lot of the signs of it. So his 2-month appointment came up and we went to the doctors. And mind you, like I wasn't going to go in there and say like, oh, I just diagnosed my child with torticollis. Can you let me know if I'm right or wrong? So I went to the appointment, and I actually was sitting there waiting for the doctor to finally be like, oh, okay, like he has torticollis. We show up to the appointment, they give him the shots, we leave, and I was kind of like in a bit, I was still kind of thinking about it. I'm like, she didn't mention anything about his head. She didn't say that his head was tilted. She didn't say that his neck was tight. So so pretty much I was just like, okay, he must be fine. He must be okay. So then time went on and I started seeing it even more. By this time, he's like 2.5 months now, and he is sleeping through the whole entire night. He does not wake up. So this is when I started really seeing it. So I would put Levi down on his stomach for nap time, and there'd be times where I try to put him down to face the left side, and he would just not budge. He would like get stuck, and like his body would just be like up, like he was just not look comfortable. So he would kind of start to like squirm a lot. So then I would just fix his head back to the right side. So then that's when I started seeing him like, you know what, something's wrong. I think he has torticollis. And my husband's always been very positive, like, no, do not speak that into existence, like he is fine. And yes, I agree with my husband. We would come into agreement praying against anything that would be over a child, but it's just stuff like that. He was born with it, so it was something that we couldn't prevent, but it is preventable. I mean, I'll talk about in the end exactly what it is and how it could be prevented. But from here on out, from then I started realizing what it was. I kind of started searching on YouTube, watching YouTube videos about it, to see how parents would stretch their children out. And at the same time, I was still kind of in denial. So I think that being in denial and like knowing about it, like, and the denial part came from the doctor not telling me at his 2-month appointment that something was wrong with him. So because they didn't tell me anything was wrong with him, I relied on the doctor's report. So he's fine, he's fine. So time went on, we came on to his 4-month appointment, and by that time, like, it was really noticeable. It was to me, I could totally see it. Like, his head did shift, his neck just was very, very tight. Like, so torticollis, I should have mentioned this in the beginning what it was. It's pretty much a tight muscle of the neck. So that neck muscle, you can totally see his face was like, his head's always been kind of like straight, but I guess it's his shoulder, and so it was kind of like, and when they're so little, like they're just like this, so you really couldn't tell much. But I started noticing more when it came to me putting him like in front of something and wanting him to turn to the left side. Like, he just wouldn't do it. Like, he would look and then just turn his head away. Like, it was, as interesting as it was, he would just not want to look at it because it was hard on his neck. So by that time I told myself, like, you know what, his 4-month appointment's coming up for his shots. I'm gonna talk to a doctor and I am gonna ask her about this and see what she tells me. So we show up to his appointment, everything goes, they do his weigh-in, everything happens, and pretty much he's about to close out with us, and she was like, okay, so you guys, he looks healthy, he's a healthy boy. And I was just like, wait, I have a question. I had him in my lap, and I was like, I actually started noticing some stuff about him, and I actually started doing research about it, and I feel like my son has torticollis. So she kind of looked at him and she was like, well, it's kind of hard to say because he's kind of small still. He was a little premature, so he's considered like a 3-month-old baby right now. And what the signs are, it kind of like, yeah, it's a little bit of head lag, and it's kind of normal at his age. and it just did not sit right. So I told her, I'm like, well, is there any way that you can actually do some more testing and kind of let me know, because I feel like he has it. Like we cannot get him to look. So she kind of started doing the testing on him, and she placed him on the back of his head, on his back, and she twisted his body around. His neck just stayed the whole time tilted, like he could not like move his head. So that's what she said, like, you know what, yes, there is torticollis. He has torticollis. So at his 4-month appointment, you guys, he was diagnosed with it because I spoke up. So one thing that a good friend of mine, a leader, actually one of my leaders at church, she told me that we are our children's voices, and she is absolutely 100% correct. If I wouldn't have spoken up for my son and asked about it, I don't think they would have been diagnosing him till now. So from a 4-month appointment, he didn't have his first therapy session till he was 5.5 months, and just recently at 6 months, actually 7 months, because he just turned 7 months, they diagnosed him with the flathead syndrome. And the reason for the flathead is, as you can imagine, he had that tight neck. He was always looking to his right when he would sleep because he couldn't turn his head. So he was always putting that pressure on the right side of his head. So because of it, he now has he doesn't have the biggest flathead, but it's there. So we took him to a doctor about a week ago for his head to get evaluated, and they said that he does not need the helmet. It's not something that he absolutely needs, but we were given the option for him to get it, and we actually talked about it, and we are going to go ahead and just get it for him. I mean, if the option is there. And the other thing was, I was scared because my insurance was only going to cover a portion of it, and we were going to have to pay out of pocket. It was going to be about $2,400, I think it was, that I looked into. So praise report actually is that we went in, and the doctor was like, you know what, you hit your deductible and it looks like it's completely covered. So we don't have to pay anything out of pocket. So when I heard that, I was like, you know what, if God's making a way for us to give him this treatment that could make things even better for him, we might as well just go for it. So that's where we're at right now, you guys. So the torticollis, pretty much what it is, it's just that tight muscle, and we could have prevented it from birth because he was born with it. It was from us constantly turning his head while he was sleeping, or laying on his back, or taking a nap. So that's something where I kind of I guess I wasn't so aware that I had to do that, so I kind of would just leave him to sleep. If he looked comfortable, I didn't want to bother him, so I would just let him sleep. And that's another thing, if you guys are new parents or about to be new parents, just keep that in mind. I mean, just constantly be switching your baby's head when they're sleeping. So that was one thing that we could have prevented, and also just giving him more belly time. Levi was okay with belly time up until he was 2.5, 3 months, but that's when I think the torticollis, or the tight muscle, became a lot tighter. So it was hard for him to want to be on his belly because that muscle was just so tight, it was weakening the other side of his neck. So that was another thing that I stopped giving him so much belly time, because he just was not having it. I would try to put him on my stomach to give him belly time, looking at me, and that's how he would get his belly time. But other than that, it was very hard. So with all that said, we're now pretty much doing therapy for him. We did therapy at home where we're constantly stretching him every single day for 15 minutes. Sometimes I do a little bit more just to kind of give him a little bit more. But every 3 to 4 weeks we have a therapy session with his therapist, which we absolutely love. She is amazing. And we are about to go take his prescription in to go get his helmet molded onto his head, and hopefully by the time he's 8 months he'll have that helmet on, and we'll be pretty much having that helmet on 23 hours a day for about 3 to 4 months, depending on how fast his head starts to shape back to being perfect. Well, the thing is that it's not going to be perfect, but it'll be better than what it is now, and that's what we want, to just take care of him now, because I realize I'm not a bad mom. I am not a horrible mom for what happened to him. It's just stuff happens, and it's all in God's hands. My baby is still the most joyful baby ever, and his joy is in the Lord. As far as my joy is in the Lord, your joy is in the Lord. And we give all honor to God regardless of what's going on. And we are going to be yeah, we're gonna pretty much be doing that with him, and I'll be kind of giving you guys more of an update once the helmet's on and show you guys what he looks like. So with it on, he's probably gonna be the cutest, coolest little dude ever. We're probably gonna get his little helmet painted to make it look cute. But yeah, you guys, that's pretty much it. I hope I hit everything that I was supposed to hit, but if you guys have any questions, just go ahead and comment down below and I'll respond back to you guys. Or if you follow me on Instagram, we'll note it right here, you know, send me a direct message and I'll go ahead and respond back to you. I try to respond back to people as much as I could. Sometimes my hands are so full with Levi that I can't get to those messages, but I read every single message, and I am so grateful and so thankful for everyone that's so loving and encouraging towards me. I love that you guys are always just filling me with love. It's needed. Thank you so much. But also I want to fill you guys up with love by encouraging you guys by the stuff that I go through, because we all go through stuff, and I just want you guys to know that you guys are not alone. So if you guys have any questions, how I said, go ahead and comment below and I will go ahead and respond back to you. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know I went on for a while talking. I didn't want to talk too much, but I wanted to give you guys enough information as far as what Levi is going through right now. And he's fine, you guys. He's not suffering at all. That's the other thing too I wanted to clear up. He's not suffering at all because he's fine. The stretches are a little bit of a stretch, but think about it. If we have a tight muscle in our neck when we sleep wrong, we want to get that stretched out and it's going to feel better. So he's getting better. He is going to continue to be that happy baby that he's always been, and we're happy that he's happy. And yeah, you guys, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I hope you guys subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up as if you like it, and I'll be seeing you guys next time. Thank you guys so much again for watching. Bye.